Oh, yeah, finally we're live. Yeah. I guess I must have miscalculated some things here. I'm really happy that you came over here to watch us. Okay, now here, where the hell are we? Mm-hmm. 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 Problem is, I got a little used to doing the premieres back when I still have some of those editing tools still working for me. Turns out that I just have to go ahead and constantly check on this laptop, since this would be the same laptop I would be using later on for the bar exams. Okay. Thank you very much. Now let's see. I got distracted by a little ad here. Um, I should say that another film festival is coming underway, Metro Manila Film Festival. Not sure if I'm going to watch that or any of their offerings. It would be interesting to see. Even if uh, film festivals have shifted online, I might give it a try in order to see if there's any improvement, if there's any, or if it's worth watching at all, so to speak. Anyway, mm-hmm, checking the chat, testing the sounds, because next thing I realize someone would be complaining, oh, there's echo going on in the background again. Okay, so I like it that StreamYard has improved when it comes to lessening the echoes. At least it won't be annoying for the audience. Yeah, I really hate it whenever it works sometimes for me, it doesn't work for the audience, and then it's too late for me to realize what happened. And here, as I've mentioned on the chat box, I had to choose between two um, timely uploads related to Foodie Beauty's latest live stream that had everyone getting angry again. It's like, this is why it's, I guess some of you understand if I would take a hiatus from here. Although I've already mentioned before. Oh, hello. Good morning, Saved by Jesus. It's been a while. I haven't seen you in a long time. And what else is going on here? Yeah, Ren's Gin. Thank you very much, people from Ren's Gin, for coming over. And as I was saying a while ago, I would understand if some of us would take a break from watching Chantal because it's really starting to affect us in a negative way. Also, um, been getting busier. So if ever I be making some updates later on in preparation, in anticipation of the exams this January, I hope you understand that. And I got distracted again. Yeah, I hate it whenever that happens. So as I was saying, I had to choose between Kenzie Christians and Just Saying. And Kenzie Christians I had here. Um, Sorry about that. I hate whenever I burp. So the one with Kenzie Christians, it includes some landline numbers or some contact numbers that you can reach whenever you yourself are having um, a depression episode or an episode with depression. Because there are times that you wanted to, there are times when you just wanted to, oh God, words are failing me. There are times that you just wanted to Find someone to talk to. Find someone to understand you. I wonder what's wrong with Emma Walters here. And not everyone understands depression. Not everyone understands the things that Peetz are going through. That I don't want to call him lazy, but at the same time, this would be a little unpopular opinion, but there will come a time that he would have to start blaming everyone else or blaming his depression for things that he is suffering through. Like, he can walk away from this relationship. It's just that he's not trying, or at least he doesn't try anymore. Maybe let's give it the benefit of the doubt, and maybe he still loved Chantal. I've been there. I've been in the phase of being way too in love to realize I've been had. We don't know when would Pete realize that we're just here to watch. Let's go ahead and start this reaction by playing Kenzie Christian's latest upload. Okay, for the sake of people reading in the background, I'll just read this or just listening in the background. Oh, sorry, there's been a lot going on. Working and work for my 9 rescues, all day work, feeding, brushing, combing. Yes, don't worry, saved by Jesus. We understand. It's really good to know that there are people like you finding time to rescue stray cats or the feral cats. I kind of miss the feral cats that I used to feed now that I'm on leave. So, as I was saying, just to read, this video, according to Kenzie Christians, will recap conversations about mental health. If you or someone you know is in crisis, help is available. Resources will be in the description box down below as well as at the end of the video. Okay, we'll be going to the end of the video then. Thank you very much, people from Ren's Gin. I really appreciate that you come over. Saved by Jesus. Cats, dogs, and a baby deer. Oh my god. Looks like you got your hands full. Yep, there you go. Okay, so here. I have a feeling that Pete's needed that super chat money in order to resume his therapy sessions. Oh, we have some posts. Okay. Okay, so here from Foodie Beauty. Hi guys. Hi guys. Sorry. Hi guys. I'm sitting here replying to messages. Finally. And I have received many, many messages asking me to set up a PayPal account. Press X to doubt. Okay, back to the post, and I quote, also another large amount of requests I got was to set up a Cameo. I tried doing this in the past a couple of times and never was successful, so I can always do PayPal shoutouts. I used to think it was against the terms to link a PayPal on your page, but apparently it isn't, and I have added the link to my main page. If you want to donate to my channel, my PayPal info is there, it's already displayed there. End quote. And then again, I quote the next post here. Oh my god, so cool. I can message you guys directly on PayPal. Message on. Okay. So if you don't want a public shout out, or just send me a message on there. Thanks to those who sent stuff. Smiley face. I'll be coffee beezing soon. Love you guys. XO. I'll be by myself. Okay. Just a little warning about these PayPal accounts. Okay, shortly after Peetz uploaded a video titled Depression. As I was saying about PayPal, be careful. Yeah, I'm addressing you VIBs who are still planning to send money to Chantal. Be careful, you might get doxxed because a lot of PayPal accounts don't get set up unless you have verified your identity. Not that PayPal is not capable of verifying your, or I'm not saying that PayPal is not capable of protecting your identity, but it would still be better to be safe than sorry, all right?
So yeah, my depression's been really, really bad lately. It's getting untenable. Yeah, I mean, I have some thoughts on why my depression's been particularly bad lately, but I don't really want to get into those. Just it's getting dangerous. I've been taking care of the cats, feeding the cats, and scooping the litter. I've been doing that stuff, but other than that, it's even doing a lot of that has been tough. I'm just sort of existing, and that only barely. I'm just tired, mentally and emotionally exhausted, tired right down to my soul. It's that absolutely defeated level of tired.
Okay, and then Chantal reacted here. And I quote, I saw Pete's video and I just want to crawl in a hole with how bad I feel. I'm going to be there for him. I have checked on him and I knew he was down. I just didn't realize how bad. Unquote. Then another post, and I quote, Hi everyone, I am with Pete and he's starting to feel a bit better. We will be going for a Christmas lights drive and Starbees later. See you soon, EXO. Thanks for thinking of Pete. I have been a crappy friend. I can't cure his depression, but I can be here more often for him. I will get much off of my mind when I be alone next. Not so I can talk bad about anyone so I can speak more freely, EXO. End quote. Still feeling snappy on those community posts, Chantal? Mm, you're not a therapist. You are not prescribing medication to peace. Of course, you cannot cure it. That's an actually bad way to address the situation, Chantal, because whether you like it or not, part of why Pete is suffering at the moment is because of you. And yeah, I would end up being one of those people that would be addressing that you're part of the reason for his worsened depression. He never got over you. And you're enjoying that because it makes you feel that you're the hottest thing this side of YouTube. And it's really annoying to an extent, if you know what I mean. Also, I may be feeling bad for Pete's, but I still stand by what I said a while ago. There will come a time Pete's will have to stop blaming you, blaming his depression for everything that is going on in his life. Because if he can afford to be this vicious of an SJW on Twitter, he can be vicious in finally getting control of his own life, taking action. It's what everyone's been waiting for him to do because if Becky can find the courage to walk away from Amberlyn Reed, Pete can do it too. Yeah, yeah. I'm depressed myself. Yeah, that's a sneaky way of making Pete's depression about you. So you expect people to stop worrying about Pete because simply because you made this about you. Definitely not, girl. You never know how to say things, Chantal. By the way, I saw here, saved by Jesus. Pete is a grown man, I suppose, but we all need someone. His mom is in a nursing home. He lost his cat, who was his companion. Chantal begged him to move in with her. He was reluctant. He did, and she darts the second a man gave her attention. I have to agree with that. But after those photos on Twitter got posted, Peetz has a brother. He has a Twitter, and some of those tweet pics were posted on Kiwi Farms, displaying how Pete's brother and mother were participating in a public demonstration. Looks like a rally, truth be told. And Pete's mom has the energy to at least talk to the cops and tell them to make sure that the rally would be, or the demonstration would be, a peaceful one. So, yeah, James still has family to rely on to. And compared to Pete's, at least I didn't know he had a brother. Yeah, I didn't know either. There are some of those photos posted on Twitter. Um, Back when it's still open, some of these Twitter accounts are still open, while some people at the farms can still dig info on them and inform that um, maybe Pete's mom lives in a nursing home now, but she's not as weak as some people portray her to be. So, yeah, still strong enough to go out in the middle of a pandemic, mind you, and still participate in these events. So we then get an idea why James, I occasionally call him James because Pete's is a name that Chantal gave him. James has these SJW tendencies because his brother and mother are known participants. Was the rally recent? That was back in November, last time I checked. That was a rally in November. Some of the photos, I should have saved some copies of the photos because I plan to make a documentary myself if I'm not too busy with these review sessions that I have. Back in November, there were these demonstrations that James' brother and James' mother participated into to at least prove to the world that their activities are not limited to Twitter. They are willing to go out in the streets and join the rest of the activists in order to air their grievances, so to speak. On the other hand, it's a little biased because remember, it's just the brother and the mother posting or being seen in these pictures. No reports so far from the cops on how the rally went. So let's continue.
I don't need people coming in here every time and shaming me for stuff. So, like, if you're in here to shame me for being a bad friend to Pete's, when actually I'm a very good friend to Pete's.
No,
Yes,
you're not. No, you're not a good friend. And people will keep on calling you out. If you insist, why the hell are these oh, okay, I'll try to ignore some of those random letters here. I'm starting to get find it annoying. Like, oh well, see, Chantal made his mom seem very sick in August when she took her to the doctor. So she's not as sick or as frail as she made it seem. I fell for it. Thanks, Jane, for letting me know. Yeah, you're welcome. It helps a lot that some of these leaks. Sometimes I call them leaks, even if they turn out to be available on Twitter for everyone to see. So Chantal will never run out of adjectives to attach to the word shaming whenever she hates being called out for her crap. It's really annoying that she's doing this.
I was a shitty friend around when Timbit died. I guess shitty friend for not being there as much, or for not just being so self-absorbed. I didn't see
You
more
are
signs
self
that he was
absorbed.
more like, I knew he was depressed. I haven't been the best of friend, but I don't need people constantly coming in here. Like, this is my VIBs. I want it to be like a place where I can come and just like talk freely and not be judged every time for like the same things over and over. and I'm talking about like
You get judged for the things over and over until it finally gets planted in your skull. Until these VIBs, oh my god. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, saved by Jesus. Some of those comments that you see in the chat box are actually, what do you call them? From some friends that are sending receipts to the person who sent them over, that they came over here to watch me. I really appreciate that a lot. And I might just report some of them here. Let's see. Okay. I'll just be reporting some of them here. As for the others with the code Renjin, I really appreciate that you came over here to support us. As for the spam, the actual spam, so many spam comments lately. So yes, saved by Jesus. Yeah, Chantal made it sound like Pete's mother is that sick. She's not that sick. Maybe she just had a, what do you call that, annual physical examination as part of, or or she was obliged to see her doctor because, well, the elderly had to really be careful about their health. Apparently, Chantal does not know that, and plus, she really had a warped point of view about the elderly. Also, Chantal, we know how dumb you can get because sometimes, if you're familiar with how dumb people or perceived dumb people learn, they will not learn something unless you tell them over and over and over what they need to learn. And sometimes I have to tell myself that, yeah, these VIBs will not stop telling Chantal what she needed to know. So be it if they get blocked, so be it if they have to sign up using an alternate account and waste money again in the process, as long as they can tell her what she needs to know. You gotta give it to some of these VIBs. Not all of them are enablers. Not all of them are enablers. Some of them really cared for Chantal. On the other hand, they have to accept that Chantal is not their collective daughter. Chantal is someone who tries to be responsible for her own actions, and as much as I've been skeptical about this oppositional defiant disorder that people have been attributing to her. Um, I just prefer to think that this behavior is the result of arrested development. It's like she got stuck in age 14, like then and then saved by Jesus. I think she did it because, let me just show that, because Koki was mad Chantal took her to the doctor, so maybe, I'm sorry. It's like, are we going back to that incident again where Chantal helped Peetz take Timby to the doctor and Nader is mad? He has problems letting go. He really has problems with self-esteem because he knew Peetz is the ex. Or maybe because he knew that Peetz is the ex that never gave up. So he's a little paranoid as to what he underestimated Chantal's tendency for manipulation. A narc. She is a narc. This would not always be about herself. It would be about her need for attention, not Timbit Pete's mom. Oh, yeah, there are a lot of things I'm not updated anymore. God, it's really hard to keep track of all of these live streams most of the time. So, took her to the doctor, so maybe Chantal made her seem sick so he wouldn't get mad. Who knows? Pete's mom is not as sick as Chantal made her out to be. I need to dig again. I need to check again later at the Kiwi Farms. Those photos where um, Pete's mom was shown. I can't say she's berating the cops about the rallies. I prefer to think that she's really giving them a piece of her mind and informing them, reminding them that their duty is to protect the people, not to go against the people. Police power, everyone. Oh, wait, where is that? Okay, here we go.
People who I know are in here just for drama, or who really don't even actually like me. Like, I just feel like I'm just tired of people try to tell me how to live my life and shaming me because I don't live it. Like, I can't make Peetz go into inpatient care. I love Peetz. He's my best friend, but I can't cure his depression, guys. So for you,
Peace is your best friend, but you cannot cure his depression. You always have. This is why French fried girl is calling you a yeah, but yeah, you agree about some of the things that your audience is saying. At the same time, you have another excuse to use. Like, you have weaponized these issues, particularly that thing with Pete about you unable to cure his depression. Yeah, nobody's telling you to cure his depression. Everyone is just reminding you to be there for him, that the level of his depression is alarming. You have not given him his share of the super chats because who knows if he would be needing that money to resume his therapy. He needed that therapy badly right now because if he's not getting into therapy, he would keep on live streaming. He would find someone, anyone at this point in time to talk to in order to give them a piece of his mind. We don't want another Etika situation here. If you're familiar with what happened to Etika, um, he was having several manic depression episodes online, and then people only started taking him seriously by the time he has offed himself. Pretty sad because he really comes across as one of those talented streamers, one of the folks that really created a mark on YouTube history, and it got thrown away simply because when he was crying for help, when he's already expressing thoughts about offing himself, I do what I can to censor myself here, and then nobody took Etika seriously until he's dead. I don't know what the hell is Chantal waiting for
you to
here.
put this all on me and just make me feel like a piece of shit is wrong too. Okay, so
You are a piece of shit, Chantal. Let's get across that, okay?
I don't need that. I will block you and I won't be unblocking certain people. I'm tired of it. So if
You
you're
had the nerve to be tired when a lot of things are going on is because of you. You're not a product of your environment. Your environment is a product of you. Look at Pete's. He's gotten helpless. And soon enough, you will be a product of Nader's environment. Pardon me if my pronunciation of Nader is quite different from the other reaction channels here. I just remember some friends who have worked in the Middle East and familiar with these Arab names. So there's that.
just make me feel a certain negative way, I'm just gonna block you. Calling the cops when Peetz doesn't even like cops. We went for a nice ride. He didn't want to go live, so I didn't go live. Probably a bad idea. His fam should help too. It's not even about begrudging helping Peetz. I don't know where this comes off as. People,
I have to agree with Banana Hammock. Oh, Gee, I'm sorry, gotta run, sweetie. I gotta run to the vet. I finished watching when I get. Oh, definitely. Don't worry, I'd still be here. You can watch the replay and just post your thoughts later on. I'd be expecting you later on. Thank you very much, Saved by Jesus.
You make shit up. You
We
you
don't make crap up. There's a reason why a lot of reaction channels have resorted to archiving your live streams because you keep accusing everyone else of making stuff up. We don't need to make stuff up. We just need to hold you accountable based on previous live streams that you have conducted in the past. It's it's so convenient for you to blame everyone else and not yourself. Where the hell is accountability there?
make me a person I'm not. You make me an animal hater, an animal neglector, a
Yes,
fucking bad friend,
yes.
everything, and I'm tired of it. So if you don't want to be here, you don't like me, don't be here because I'll get rid of you. Foodie informant can
Oh
go,
God.
goodbye. I'm not responsible for somebody else's mental health. I'm not. I'm here for
There you go. Just in case you're a little skeptical about that thumbnail that I made for this live stream, there you go. She said it. She keeps insisting that she's not responsible for somebody's mental health. I apologize for my lisp in case it becomes obvious again. This person is incapable of guilt because apparently only Nader is capable of making her feel guilty for whatever. Hmm.
Peetz anytime. That's not going to change. That's not going to change because I'm with Nader. That's not going to change for anything. So yeah, as soon as I seen his video, I rushed over, and he just wants a bit more privacy right now. So, and it's not like he has to care. I'm burdening him so badly for caring for the cats. Like what? Feeding?
Well, the cats may have been a suitable distraction for Pete's, distracting him from his depression, from thoughts of offing himself, but it can be a distraction at the same time. It can be a hindrance to actually finding time for self reflection, to talk to an actual therapist, even just online. And he can't afford that simply because you're too preoccupied with your own life.
Like, I know he's depressed. I feel bad for him.
No, you don't.
I'm severely mentally ill myself. I'm
We know. You are a narcissist. This is why you never acknowledge that you ever did anything wrong in yourself. And this is me not diagnosing you, but informing you that if you are not a narcissist, then I'll just go straight ahead to tell that you are incapable of taking accountability for everything wrong going on around your life. You're incapable of feeling empathy. You don't have that. You don't feel bad for Pete's. You only feel bad for Pete's because everyone else is calling you out on it. And everyone is calling you out on it several times over the past few days because you don't learn a thing. I'm starting to have a mixture of admiration and a wonder about some of your VIBs because you blocked them and then they would join using their backup account and then tell you everything that you need to know and then you block again. The cycle goes on and on and on. And you allow that cycle to go on continuously because in the end you end up making money. I'm just anticipating that no matter how many super chats you earn for this live stream, none of them ends up with you because remember, if you get age restricted, whatever you earned as super chats in this live stream, they might just end up with Susan or that person they call the CEO of YouTube. They like money so much. They don't care about all of these VIBs that you have duped into signing up for your membership, and they will not care either if none of the super chats end up with you, since you've been treating them like crap. So, so to speak, that these VIBs are willing to spend money if it doesn't end up with you anyway.
I'm not really equipped to help somebody out of there, you know.
You're
I'm there for
never.
him, and
I'm trying my darnest not to talk over her, since I'm aware that this is already a condensed version of her actual live stream. At the same time, I had to remind myself that I don't agree with a lot of the things that she's saying, and that, of course, she's not equipped to deal with this, but she's not helping Peetz get the help that he needed, because he's not getting the money needed for the therapy that he should resume the soonest time possible.
as he needs me. And I think part of his problem is that probably part of it, that maybe that I'm with Nader, or that or whatever else, you know, like a lot of things. Like, you don't even need reason to be depressed if you're depressed. What am I supposed to do? Like, not turn off my feelings and not live my life the way I want because it affects someone else? You guys are shouting at me to like leave Nader, go home, to do things that you really want me to do. But I want to sleep there tonight.
That's pretty selfish of you, because remember why you opened up this membership program. You wanted to do things for your members. It's really a weird relationship that you have with your members, because they've been paying you to do things that they are expecting. This is a transaction. You should have known this. You've been paying this much money for Nader or Nader so that he can finally love you, even just fake love you, and you're not getting your money's worth. And then you're wondering why a lot of these VIBs have been demanding that you change, that you at least change for the better, at least feel bad for Pete. They're expecting their money to be diverted not only for your personal expenses, but also for Pete's, and you can't even do the bare minimum. You know what I mean?
want to be with him tonight. I love him. I want to be there tonight. We have a
Yeah, you love him. You love him too much to realize that the feeling is not mutual.
very different relationship offline. Not ditching Peetz for Nader. There's room in my life for everybody. And if there's not, I'm not going to ditch
Good morning, Mood Meow.
a friendship of 20 years for somebody. I don't know why you think I'm that type of person. I've been I'm not neglectful.
You are the type of person. You are neglectful. And no matter how many times that you have, no matter how many live streams you insisted that you're not a bad friend, you're not a neglectful person, your actions are betraying your words.
I guess. I don't know how to say it. So it's becoming a bit much for him. He doesn't have to take care of the cats then. I mean, they don't go to him for attention. So I can go there every single day, take care of my. That's another thing that gets on my nerves. People bothering with my cats. That's my business. They're my cats. I'm doing nothing wrong. They are my cats, and I take care of my cats. Just because I'm not there 24/7, you know, like even if I have to like go there.
That's the point, Chantal. You're not there 24/7. And you expect the cats to be taken care of. Oh, hello, Sienna Song, hello.
For my coffee bees and be there all day, go in the evening and spend all like I have to divide my time because that's what I want to do. And yes, I feel horrible for what Peetz is going through, and I'm doing everything I can. I mean, no, I can't be there 24/7. So if that bothers you that I'm not home 24/7, then just unsubscribe right now because I'm not.
Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that? You've been on YouTube since 2017. You never hit the 100,000 mark. And your subscriber count is constantly fluctuating. I'm not saying that you look like you're buying subs. You're not buying subs, maybe? There are some people that still end up getting duped. I hate thinking that YouTube is recommending you, or the algorithm is recommending you to other people that may not have seen you. On the other hand, I can't understand why you keep earning subs and then lose them later on because, well, they discover that they've been duped. Because the misconception here about some of the people who just subscribe to you is because why are so many people talking about you? Why are so many people interested in discussing your life? What you don't understand, some of your subscribers, some of your own VIBs, don't want to give you any views anymore. They would rather watch the reaction channels. And now that the content itself is getting worse and worse and worse, so, some of these reaction channels don't even get as many views anymore because it's so boring, it's so repetitive. If we are not editing enough, if we're not opinionated enough to discuss your misadventures online, then it would be boring as it is.
Not me. Yeah, KB, you too. You get on my fucking nerves. You're just a hater. You're in here all the time being friggin' crusty. It's my fucking life. What do you want me to do? Hello. I just spent all night with Peetz. Like, you guys are like, you're not getting the picture. Like, no, I don't want to spend one night.
Uh, oh god, I thought I popped the vein. I thought I popped the vein. This is, see, as I was saying a while ago, this is getting harder to watch even on reaction channels. Yeah, I'm sorry, I covered
Night
that.
away from Nader. Why? Why? He's still gonna be depressed when I leave. He's still gonna be depressed when I leave the next morning. Why would I? What? So why? My stuff is there to sleep there. I want to sleep with Nader. We're making things work, and that's it. He's isolated in that.
You'd rather sleep with Nader and not help Pete's get by. You know why Nader hates Pete's, right? Pete's Pete's admitted in his live stream and several live streams in the past that he wished you and Nader would break up. Of course, Nader would hate that. And remember how Nader and Pete's never had a face to face encounter because Pete's hates Nader because of the stories you tell him. Nader hates Pete's because of the stories that you tell him. Pete's is expressing his opinions on Nader based on what you tell him. Nader is expressing his opinions on Pete's based on what you tell him. Okay, Oceana's song. Was this from last night? James really needed her to stay with him. She is repulsive. Yes, this is from last night, and I am using footage from Kenzie Christians since she captured even the super chats that were made here and some of the messages like this one. And then she is the most selfish person. This is textbook malignant narcissist behavior. Yeah. And this is why I had to mention that I'm not a psychologist. I may have some units of psychology in college, but I don't consider it enough for me to diagnose Chantal. I can say though, I can say that she doesn't care about Pete's. Okay, Nader hates Pete's based on stories she tells him. Yep, I agree with that mood meow. It's really irritating that a lot of these things going on are based on. Chantal is not a product of her environment. Her environment is a product of her. And she's getting a kick out of making the men in her life fight over her like she's the prize. Now, how come people will not call her a narc if that's her mindset?
Apartment. And
And
what do you
what?
want me to do, Abby? What do you want me to do?
You really don't
I'm
have
gonna go
any
there every
ideas of your own. You really always. Okay. You have the nerve to block your VIBs when at the end of the day you're always fishing for ideas from them. And then when you don't like the ideas, you go into a rage stream.
single day and spend hours there. I don't know what more I can do.
Yes, Mood Meow, she turned off all comments. I think Lisa Banachak was informed us a while ago earlier in the chat. And then Oceana Song, I have a background in psychology and have seen enough of her behavior to make a pretty confident assessment. Thank you very much, Oceana Song. I would be needing that. So I only become aware of some of these psychological issues because annulment cases often hinge on psychological incapacity, and then you need an explanation on what these psychological issues are. It does happen.
He's not suicidal. He said he's not.
Oh.
He assured me he would never hurt himself. He doesn't want to go to the hospital. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do?
Peetz listens to you. Peetz listens to you. Some of the live streams have become evident of that. He obeys you no matter what. Whenever it's your turn, having breaking down, I almost said, I almost said episodes of breaking down or episodes of manic depression. Who knows? Uh, Peetz is willing to drop everything for you. You, on the other hand, you know how bad things have gotten for Peetz, and still, your priority would always be your boyfriend. Oh, by the way, some of the people watching that they have can understand Arabic. I think I have to verify it with my own friends that can speak Arabic as well. While you here, I think that was in some parts of the live stream, you're claiming that Nader is your boyfriend. Meanwhile, Nader is telling people in the language that you do not understand, apparently, that you're just friends. Mm, yeah, he will tell people that whether people believe him or not, because the more you inform people that he's the boyfriend, the more you inform people about the engagement that never was, the more he will insist on his own set of pay pigs and potential marks in the future that you are not the girlfriend, right? He will never admit, ever, that you are the girlfriend because he doesn't want to kill his livelihood. And you're free now to believe everyone else telling you that his source of livelihood is being a love rat. Okay, Oceana Song. I think she has more than one cluster B personality disorder. I've read that on the forums as well. And you know what? The main reason why that thread on Kiwi Forums exploded up to 5,000 pages at the moment is because, or 5,300 pages, more than 5,300 pages is because everyone is trying to assess Chantal's psychological state. How bad is the arrested development? How desperate is she for love? We could have felt bad for Chantal that she ended up with Nader. On the other hand, Nader is also suffering because if there's one big obstacle to the hustle that he's doing, if ever it is a hustle, that would be Chantal, because Chantal can't shut up. She can't keep her mouth shut. She will always insist that she's the girlfriend, even if Nader is denying it. Which is why I didn't see myself reacting anymore to the live streams regarding the engagement ring, whether or not the engagement is real or not. Nader can always deny her anyway. So, yeah, before I forget, yeah.
do? What do you want me to do? The cops were there actually waiting when I dropped him off, and that doesn't help his anxiety. Why do they even send cops for a wellness check? What the fuck is that? You people, like, you make it worse when you do shit like that. This video was a cry for help. Honestly, there's nothing his mom can do. His mother's an older woman, not well. I said I have my phone on me.
Her mom is not well. If her mom is not, sorry, if his mom is not well, then she would not find the energy to participate in those demonstrations. It, I was, I read there that there are demonstrations that involve um, airing of grievances, and I find it interesting that Pete is Pete has anxiety facing the cops while his mother cannot. I mean, whenever wellness checks are done in Canada, does it always have to be the cops? You have you have to remember, Chantal, because you keep forgetting that the cops are already on your radar ever since you've been in a relationship with Nader. And I have to say it, Nader's parole officer is not doing a good job if he ends up getting into these issues. You know what I mean?
If you really need me, like, he didn't seem like wasn't feeling well. He was very tired. Probably going to go to bed. What if I didn't live with him? What if I didn't live with him? Would you guys blame me for, like, not spending, like, I can't be there
Yes, 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 Chantal, we will blame you. Because whether you like it or not, you have a part in this.
24/7. And I don't want to make it seem like I'm, like, begrudging that he's, like, in this funk and that he needs help. And I'm going to help him get help and just be there more. Yeah, for him.
You're not contributing at all to help him get well. You can send him back to therapy. You can help him go on disability. At least he might use that to resume his therapy sessions, but you're not. Your head is stuck between Nader's legs, which is why he can't help himself either.
Him and the cats, but I'm not going to be there 24/7, and I'm going to sleep where I want to sleep. It's still my life. I'm tired of people coming in here and just, like, thinking that your membership entitles you to respect from me when you don't fuck.
Oh, now you're trying to guilt trip your VIBs that they don't deserve to know whatever's going on simply because they paid you. Remember, you promised a lot of perks to go along with the membership. You're not delivering any of those perks or promises that come with signing up for membership. Now, you are berating your own members for demanding information from you because they pay the lifestyle you are stuck in the middle of? By the way, Oceana's song, to quote, I'm glad that they did a wellness check. You can't make a video like that and expect no one to reach out. Even if you didn't live with him, you could spend time with him too. So selfish. End quote. Yeah, that's so selfish of her. If in Canada they can avoid the mistakes that happened, that could have helped. Goddamn spammers. That could have helped Etika live longer, then yeah. Save Peetz. # save Peetz. There are people who are depressed that are capable of pretending that they're okay. Etika pretended that he's okay. He got admitted into the hospital for some mental health issues. And just because he made it look like he's okay, the hospital discharged him. And a few days after the hospital discharge, Etika was found dead. Maybe you're familiar with Etika. That's what I mean. She's selfish. Yeah, that's very selfish of Chantal. I would just spell out Etika's name here. I don't remember his real name, but ever since there are certain YouTubers here that take advantage of being YouTubers, find a way to express how bad their mental health issues are. They try to ask help from their subscribers. They try to ask help from anyone willing to give them a piece of their mind. And and I hate that. And people are willing to help. There are people willing to help. And as much as a lot of people are annoyed with Pete's, every one of us here on YouTube, a lot of us here on YouTube start feeling bad for Pete's because we've all had our bad days. We've all had our episodes where we feel so bad. We need someone to talk to. We need someone to unload all of our frustrations in life. And in Pete's case, his only friend is Chantal. So if that only friend is not around, who else would he be talking to? He'd be talking to his subscribers, the people that appear on his live streams. And then here's Chantal denying that she's selfish. There's a reason why these checks work, because most of the time some of these people with mental health problems end up in a house and live with people that don't care about them whatsoever.
Fucking respect me. Sorry. Abby, I can't control. I don't like that he says those things. See, you guys are blaming me. You say I blame you for my actions. You guys are blaming me for other people's actions. Or
Yes.
for other people's problems. You're
Yes.
putting it on me.
Yes.
Everything. Because
Hell
I'm not
yes.
sleeping there in my bed over there. I'm a horrible person.
Yes.
Like, I'm pretty sure I have a right to choose who I want to be with, despite the past that I have. And anytime somebody brings up, like Patsy or people over and over on his chat, which I don't even know, I don't know, but I'm ignoring every single thing about anything I've said in the past. I don't know. I know my live streams are still up or whatever.
Remember, people, whenever she starts saying, I don't know, it means that she remembers, but part of her personality is denying that it ever happened. So she just resorts to saying, I don't know, when in fact she knew. She's just in denial. Also, she's only this defiant when, remember, she's not beside Nader. Whenever she's beside Nader, whenever he's in the car, he can't, or whenever he's in the car, Chantal cannot snap. She cannot rage stream. I think I have to tell some of my sponsors here that soon they would have to learn how to comment better on the chat box so that um, no spam bots would slip through the cracks. Yeah, I need to tell them eventually that.
Whatever, but just because I don't want to talk about it doesn't mean I was lying about anything, because I didn't lie about anything. Everything I've ever said.
Oh, you lie about a lot of things. She knows. She doesn't care. Yes, Mood Meow, I agree. She knows. She doesn't care because she isn't and she won't benefit. The more Chantal insists that she never lied about things, the more these archived live streams will pop out. And but it becomes a matter of time before anyone in the reaction community would compile a list of her lies and the contradictions that she made with timestamps and dates on um, when these lies were uttered.
Said happened. It's not a matter of if it did or not. Either he's lying, she's lying. It's about moving on, forgiveness, and trying to make it work and be positive. And coming on here every
Forgiveness. You're talking about forgiveness. You are incapable of forgiveness. Because if you are capable of, well, maybe with Nader you are capable of forgiveness because if you finally call it quits with Nader, then you don't have a boyfriend. You don't have a man to go out in public and at least make it look like you have a boyfriend. You don't have a boyfriend, okay? Not because you can go out in public with a man, not because you are trying to make it look like you're a couple. You're not a couple. In fact, you look more like mother and son.
single frigging day, just being berated for like my basic life choices is not going to fly with me. It's ridiculous. The online hate is just fucking retarded. It's just fucking ridiculous. I'm severely mentally ill myself. Like I have to be self-absorbed a little bit because I can't deal. Like I'm barely dealing with my own fucking problems. But because you hate me, because of things that you think I did, or because of things I lied about, or because you don't like who I'm with, my problems are less valid, and I have to like I'm responsible for everybody's pain and suffering in life. I'm not. Okay, Dion. Goodbye. Bye.
Bye.
Who else? Oh, the R word half slipped. Whatever. Friggin' crucify me for it then. Like,
Yeah, but last time I checked, it was Ethan Ralph that was hanging there. I would try to. I would try. I would try to show it some other time because yeah, people would keep calling out, and there's a reason why the Discord already accumulated that many members because you know what? You're not willing to listen to your own paying members. They will find another forum wherein they are free to express their thoughts. So, lost views, lost income. Yeah, we're just waiting for your channel to die at this point. Yeah. Um, Playing the mental health card, disgusting. Yes, Oceana song, that's really, really wrong of Chantal to do. And of course, he made it clear that they are not a couple. Yes. Nader had to keep on insisting that they are not a couple because it will shoo away the potential marks. Okay. Then Mood Meow. I don't have a background in psychology, so I have a question. What level of neglect could she have endured to turn out like this? It's too much. How does someone get to this point? There's a theory going around. Remember that Chantal's biggest weakness is being yelled at by a man, right? Like, remember that episode with Shut Up and Leave? Chantal is not her raging self, she's not her screaming self. But the moment Nader yelled at her, shut up and leave, it's like she's almost paralyzed, and all that's left for her to say is, wow. We know, some of us who have been watching her for quite some time know that she's a coward. She hates being seen in public because she's always worried what these people are going to say about her. So, you also remember how she rarely talks about her dad, even in the older videos. Sure, she mentioned about some of the siblings that she had that had no idea that she existed. Half brothers, last time I checked, and she must have felt insulted that these half brothers have no idea of her existence, and she is an attention whore. She hates being ignored. On the other hand, it doesn't seem like she has a healthy relationship with her dad. I remember having a theory before about her acting out, her having daddy issues because of an absentee father. On the other hand, I can't help but think that she has actually met her father and they don't have a healthy relationship, and she if she has issues about getting yelled at by a man, about getting dominated over by a man, then it really brings to question what kind of behavior Chantal's dad exhibited around her for her to feel this afraid. She's not afraid of men like Peetz. She's afraid of men like Nader at the same time because of the daddy issues that Chantal has. She wanted approval from him as well. She's desperate for approval. She knows what she's getting into, but she's desperate for approval and attention that she's willing to endure this. Okay, so Oceana's song. She may have been too coddled as a child. She's the product of a single parent home. I have the feeling she was never told no. Yes, that might also be true because I just correct me if I'm wrong because I'm aware that Chantal was born when her mom was a teen, so she's incapable of raising a kid on her own at that time, that she left Chantal to the grandmother. Some sources were claiming that it's the paternal grandmother, not the maternal grandmother, that took care of her as a kid, but it's we can only verify that she was taken care of by a grandmother and she was never told no. Although in one of those stories, if you would go back to Todd McKinley's documentary, there was this grandmother that scolded Chantal because she keeps on coming back to ask for food. And that's when she realized, she yelled at Chantal, like, you already ate. Why do you keep asking for more food? Like, that might have been the earliest instance, at least according to Chantal. Remember, it's Chantal that is telling this story, so take that with a grain of salt. So that might be the earliest time that she remembers someone telling her no, that she already ate, and she doesn't need to eat anymore. That she needs to know the concept of being content because she's never contented. She needs her narcissistic supply. Yes, I agree. Oceana song. And Mood Meow. Yes, that's right. She's got two brothers that she has no contact with. And I have a feeling that it's a good thing that Chantal has no contact with her brothers because who knows if she ended up doxing them too. I mean, have you realized we've been watching her? We have no idea about her dad's last name. We just know her as Chantal Marie Sarrault. And Sarrault is the maiden name of her mom. Um, Her mom now uses the married name because she remarried and had Nat. We know that part already, but it gets you thinking that yeah, maybe the dad never signed the birth certificate that Chantal had. So I don't know. I'm just waiting for that day when the farms finally uncover who the father is, what her actual last name is, and it's not to use him as a, or at least partially blame him for what Chantal ended up to be. There comes a time when we can't blame the parents anymore, especially we're talking about a woman here who's almost 40. She's almost 40 and she's still incapable of taking charge of her own life. And that might be the reason why she's not capable of handling Pete's life as well. She can't even handle her own life. How do we expect her to be responsible for Pete's life? And we are not obliging her. We just need her to at least be concerned.
He didn't speak of it. Your point would be valid. What he does speak of it, he denies it. And he agreed he's not going to talk about it anymore. Because I'm not ever.
Nobody tells Nader what to do. Do you remember that live stream that he made on his own channel? If you really had control over his channel, you are aware how many times he denied you. Yeah, how many times did he have to deny you? Do we need to wait for a rooster to start croaking? Okay, so Mood Meow, yeah, I agree with Oceana's song. I feel like she's never been told no. I agree with the coddling. The fact that her mom, her grandma, still called her cutie as an adult was always weird to me. She never matured.
ever going to say I lied about something because
Not never, ever, 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 never, ever, 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 never. No. No, Chantal. No matter how many times say never, ever, 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 Nader has already stood his ground in his live streams. Nobody can control him, not even you. Not even when you paid him your entire income, I suppose. He still refuses to be under your control. He's not that defiant. Of course, he can't be that defiant. On the other hand, I have to say this, he's capable of shitting his income.
I didn't. So Pete's dropped everything for me. I don't think so, Alex. You don't even know the situation. You guys are like, you pulled him out of his low rent room. He hated living there. He wanted to move with me. And affordable for him, I pay everything. So don't even go.
You pay for everything? You mean that 12K monthly income you get from YouTube that you once bragged to negative guy? Yeah, you don't lie. You just change your mind. Yeah, Mood Meow. Chantal never lies. She just changes her mind. Like people still believe that.
Go there. I don't know, Sabrina. I don't know. Like, I'm not a psychiatrist. I don't know. Like, you guys know I can't even go to my own therapy and lay out my own fucking life plan. And you want me to do this for somebody else? It's too
That's why you bought a bunch of planners, right? Because you wanted to plan your life.
much. Well, go fuck yourself.
Voila, forever.
Blocked.
I have a feeling this is Filipino because I get I get the username here. Voila, forever. Yeah, most it's become the ultimate inside joke here in the Philippines. Voila, forever. Nothing stays forever. Of course, a lot of relationships don't last, and voila means nothing. Then forever, of course, you already know what forever is. There's no life plan. No, even if you end up having more planners than Amberlyn Reed, if you're not capable of following him, you just like the part of planning things. You never took action on any of those plans. And now you're wondering why your own VIBs are making you accountable for the things that you did. Also, you don't need to be a psychiatrist, you just need to care. And you're incapable of doing that.
I am a very good friend to Pete's, and I'm not gonna let people friggin' shame me for that. Sorry.
Next
So,
to
and I
that,
was there for him tonight, lying Lakmas. What do you want me to do? Go and cuddle in bed with him? I'm going to spend the night with my boyfriend. I don't know what you don't get about that.
boyfriend! There you go, she said it, the word boyfriend. I'm going to spend the night with my boyfriend. normally normally I would be creeped out by people that claiming someone is their boyfriend and then that guy is denying it. If some of you have been to that previous live stream I made about a guy denying that he's my boyfriend. Yeah, you may already know that part. She's just the one claiming that Nader is the boyfriend. Nader is taking advantage of Chantal's lack of knowledge of the Arabic language in order to tell people, no, she's just a friend. Yeah, so much for being a friend. Okay, so mood me out. What's she going to do once everyone turns on her? How will this woman survive? Well, remember that live stream where Chantal said that she would rather give BJs to the cashier than be a cashier at Walmart? That's a good foreshadowing to what kind of life she would be leading in the future. And I apologize if I end up annoying some of you with my constant impersonations of Chantal because she has a lot of annoying verbal cues. Once everyone turns on her, including Nadir, frankly, I don't know. Because there's a reason why people call her the world's biggest toddler. Remember that I'll be going back to the part where Nader told her to shut up and leave, and she refuses to leave. It's like she's like that kid in the grocery store being told by the parent no, and in order to insist on saying no, the kid will sit in the middle of the aisle and try to stand or at least sit down her ground. That's what Chantal did in that live stream. Like she doesn't want to leave the trap house. The more the more Nader will try to make her leave the trap house, the more she will sit down and insist her place in that part of his world. Which might be the reason why she doesn't care anymore if she's gaining weight. If she can use that weight to plant herself permanently in the trap house. It's one of those few instances you start feeling bad for Nadir. Okay, Oceana's song. She should have stayed home with Peetz just to give him the security of knowing that he isn't alone. He needs to wake up and realize that she is a horrible friend. Yeah, I agree. And someone needs to take away Pete's phone because he's either live streaming on YouTube or picking out fights on Twitter. Like, yeah, we get it, Pete. You're an SJW. You believe in social justice. But your behavior on Twitter is really concerning. Either you're begging for attention or you're promoting the wrong ideas. And I'm sorry, but there are certain ideas that are harmful because it shows your disregard for the rights of others. Just my thoughts.
If you like lay down and don't have the will to live, like I can't force you to do things. Like I don't know what to say. Yeah, Fezziwig, what do you want me to do? I don't like that they trash each other. I don't like that he trashed them, but what do you want me to do about it? Like prostitute. Nader said you're a friend, no love, he said today. It's okay. I don't know
See?
why you think he's gonna tell you guys things like that publicly.
Well, minutes ago you just called Nader your boyfriend. Now people here are telling you that he's been telling everyone else that Nader's been telling everyone else that you're a friend, and now you're saying that it's okay. Nader treats you bad. Treat Pete's bad. Who else is Pete's left to treat badly himself? Because if you're not there to stop him, yeah, who knows what he can finally do to himself.
Nader doesn't claim you, Foodie, you're crazy confessing his love. Well, he confesses his love to me offline. B, like, you shouldn't
Bullshit!
be alone. You're very selfish and cruel. Fuck off, B.
No, you
Fucking
F off.
friggin' dick. Mr. Piddle, I went over. I offered to take him to the fucking hospital, and he doesn't want to. The cops were there. What more do you want me to do? Do you want me to go buy a rope at Home Depot and lasso him to the hospital? I don't know what you're.
Here's the thing, Chantal. You like to exaggerate your alternative solutions, like using a lasso. Yeah, really? Who do you think you are, Wonder Woman? Using the lasso of truth in order to control Pete's? That lasso of truth will burn you first before it even burns Pete's, because you are the liar here. You are the liar here. And of course, if that's your. I just realized something. Did Nader lasso you days ago? Because we need to remember how toddlers handle abuse. The things that Nader is doing to you, they come out of your mouth naturally, and you try to make it look like you're just using it as an example in explaining yourself. Did Nader buy some lasso at Walmart and then tie you up in the past, and now you're contemplating, you are suggesting that you do that to Pete's? Really? That's really saying a lot. What are you not telling us, Chantal? Because here's when, by the way, for whatever Chantal is trying to do, she overtalks her way, hoping that we will be distracted away from the truth that she's trying to hide. Which is why, which might be the best way to explain why some of us are still watching her, because if you've been with a liar before, you are aware how someone would overtalk her way away from the truth in a desperate attempt to distract you away from the truth. And you know what, Chantal? The more you talk, the more you really come across as a liar, because you've been adding so many details to your stories that are unnecessary. You can't get it straight to the point because you don't want to get it straight to the point. You don't want us to know the truth. You can't always hide the truth because you know what, Chantal? The more talkative you are, the more mistakes you end up telling on yourself.
You're asking me to do. L, why can't you spend the night to just be there? You won't be able to drive there if he needs you because you're always high. Think of someone else for once. I can Uber. One night's not going to make a difference, guys. People are horrible for putting his mental health on me. Like, that's just fucking stupid. Who hurt you, KB? Ugh, goodbye, KB. I'm tired of you and your negativity. Bye.
So
Abby
she's been.
too.
Oh, God.
I don't need PayPal donations. I heard people were emailing me and said you can.
Wait, 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 wait. You were just. You were just plugging your PayPal account on your community post. Now you're saying that you don't need PayPal donations. You keep blocking these people even if you need the views from everyone. Of course, those views don't matter anymore if you end up getting age restricted. Now you're blocking everyone. Yeah, you are so emotional. Your life is highly motivated by emotions. You forget that you're losing income. Well, some of us don't like reminding you that you have lost your income, but you know what? With maybe somebody pointed out to you that you get the income from YouTube after the 30% was deducted. Yes, Oceana's song. She keeps on insisting negativity and being called out for the horrible behavior. Yeah, it does happen. It really does happen that in you know what? If you've had a friend that you've been calling out for negative behavior and then they reply to you that you're being negative, you have a friend like that, it's time to walk away. Maybe once in a while you would monitor them to keep yourself updated of what they're doing in their lives so that you still have an opportunity to correct them or at least guide them to the right path without being too obvious about it. Maybe some of these VIBs are trying to At least they're trying to guide Chantal to the right path without being too obvious because, Chantal keeps attributing it to negativity. Yeah, I guess you can hear the dogs in the background. I apologize, but I have a feeling that they agree with me on this as well.
YouTube takes 30% of super chats. With your
I said that.
PayPal, you
Hmm.
can put a direct link. So instead of sending super chats, you can send PayPal directly. I'll turn comments off if I have to, EG. I don't care. It's going to be rough for what? What am I doing wrong? Name one thing I've done wrong.
Not being there for Pete's, that's one thing. You want another thing? Blocking your paying members. These members keep paying you. Meanwhile, you keep blocking them, not realizing that they can join using a different account. I don't understand anymore what gives you the right to block them. They're paying you. Although you said in one of your previous live streams that uh, whatever the members give you is just 10% of your income on YouTube, it doesn't matter. It's still a view. A lot of people wanted to have that many members on YouTube as well, but not many have that many members because they haven't proven their value yet. Meanwhile, here you are streaming your heart out, and your 15 minutes of fame has already expired years ago, but still, you have to maintain your YouTube channel and you have a loyal following by now. So loyal that I'm flabbergasted, for lack of a better word, that these people still believe in you. And then I have to remind myself that they wanted to be there just in case you I need just a better word. You need you in case your VIBs wanted to be there just in case you go unconscious in the middle of a live stream. And I don't mean fall asleep while driving. You know what I mean. And some of these VIBs will not forgive themselves if ever you unend yourself in the middle of a live stream and they are not there to stop you. They will not forgive themselves for that. And you don't care.
I was there for him when he needed me, bloomers. It's Pete's and I relationship. You have more of a problem with it. You don't even know what's going on. I'm like getting blamed for someone else's mental illness. You weren't there for him like you are for Nader. Nader's, he's my
Go ahead.
he's my boy. He's who I want to be with right now. Like
Hey, we caught that. We caught that. We caught that. He's my boy. Mm. See? Oh God. Mood me out. That'll always boggle my mind. She's self-destructive. It's like she's never heard the term, don't crap where you eat. Do not crap at all where you eat. And she still does it. Like, oh my God, why? And yeah, here we are. Like, he here just minutes ago, Chantal was already called out for claiming that Nader is her boyfriend. Then she was reminded in by one of her VIBs that is also watching Nader's live at the same time, apparently, that he's still denying that he's the boyfriend. Now, if Chantal didn't catch herself, say she would say again that Nader is her boyfriend. And she stopped herself. Yeah, because who knows what kind of verbal beating or verbal, who knows how Nader will berate her again by the time she returns to the trap house. And here's the thing. Nader had been verbally abusive to her, yet she would still prefer to go there than go back to the luxury villa and comfort Peetz. It's really a warped mindset that she has here.
different. You guys don't know the type of relationship we have offline at all. At all.
At
Pete's will always
all.
try to protect you. He won't tell you he needs you. If he knows deep down you would rather be somewhere else.
True. Agree.
Well, I can't live there 24. I can't be there 24/7 like I said. Me staying sleeping a night there, I don't think that would help. Maybe it would. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't feel like I've
You
been a
never knew.
terrible friend. I mean, I yes and no. Oh, Mr. Piddle, go piddle
Mm.
yourself. Deandra Cole, Peetz loves and respects you, and Nader has disrespected and disregarded you. And I'm not doing wrong by Peetz. Peetz is my friend, not my boyfriend. So there's a difference, Deandra. Thank you. Oh, B.
So Peace is your friend, and then who is your boyfriend? And has that guy ever confirmed that he's your boyfriend? Not because he admitted one time that. Remember that live stream that Nader made where he said, I don't want my girlfriend to be living in the same house as her ex? That was the only time he claimed you as the girlfriend. And he can always twist those words saying it, not because I don't want my girlfriend to live in the same house as that of her ex. I'm referring to Chantal. Maybe he's referring to a different ex or different girlfriend because how who knows how many girlfriends Nader has online with all of these thirsty bitches calling him. And they don't care if Chantal is live streaming. They would call in the middle of Chantal's live stream. Nader would entertain these messages, these phone calls, whether Chantal likes it or not. She can look visibly annoyed in all those phone calls, in all those live streams, and Nader will not give a crap about it.
Go shut. Blocked. Thanks for your money. I'm gonna start driving.
Block, thanks for your money. Yeah, thank them for the money now. We can never tell if they will make it to the 21st. Because you know YouTube is already on your ass. They know. And they, as much as some of us here have been critical of YouTube, YouTube is aware that as much as possible, they would like this experience to be a positive one for content creators, commenters, viewers, whatever, anyone using YouTube. People behind YouTube wanted this to be a positive experience for them. Meanwhile, here you are, Chantal, berating your paying members, people sending you super chats, and then the next thing you realize is, or next thing you say is, thanks for the money, blocked. You are no different from Dark Side Phil. You are no different from Dark Side Phil. Her VIB should report her to YouTube. It seems like they already did. There's some people on Reddit that have shared experience how they succeeded in getting their membership refunded and have been teaching the other VIBs how to do it as well. There are cracks in the system. No pun intended, Oceana song. There are cracks in the system that has helped some of these VIBs get their membership fees refunded. YouTube is aware of the negative experience that Chantal is providing these other VIBs, these other paying members, because it would be ironic for YouTube to be promoting these membership programs, and then some of these membership programs are abusing the goodwill of the paying members. Yeah, Reddit and the other because apart from Kiwi Farms, you can also check out Reddit on how some of them have shared how they got their money back. That might be the reason why Vegan for Life is courageous enough to find a way to get her money refunded. I mean, yeah, we get it. Vegan for Life is dumb for donating money for Chantal, hoping that Chantal will use it to take the cats to the vet. Unfortunately, by the time Chantal got the money, her mindset became hippity hoppity. Your money is my property. Okay, Oceana's song. I'm glad that YouTube is aware of her behavior. Of course they are. They will not be age restricting some of her live streams if they are not aware of it. And YouTube is YouTube likes money. And they also like repeat business. So they wanted to make sure that there are people that are willing to pay memberships and willing to repeat the purchases that they made. So it's nice to see some of these VIBs finally waking up to the reality that Chantal does not care for them.
I'm honestly like
You're not
at the
honest.
point of a friggin' mental breakdown myself. I'm really
Go
not.
ahead and have a friggin' mental breakdown. At least try to upstage Peetz. That's all you wanted to happen anyway. You always hate it whenever somebody upstages you. You hate Nader because he's starting to get famous on YouTube. You hate Peetz because he's starting to get attention away from you. Now you wanted to have a mental breakdown of your own. Yeah, go ahead. Prove that you're at least a decent actress.
Like anything you think I am. Like, okay, maybe some, yeah, but and I'm not saying I'm a saint, I'm not
Mm.
perfect, but neither is anybody. Like that's what I don't get. Like
You don't need to be perfect. And not because we're not perfect, we don't have the right to call you out as well. And personally, not because I am not one of your VIBs, not because I'm not one of those paying members, not because I am not one of those people sending you super chats, I don't have the right to complain. I have the right to complain. I have had friends on YouTube whose channels are getting terminated for much less. Them losing the opportunity to earn income on YouTube simply because they allegedly violated some provisions of the terms of service. Meanwhile, you're here. And of course, I can't help but think that the main reason that part of the reason why YouTube is still tolerating Chantal here is because 30% of income is still 30%. YouTube just needs to realize that people like Chantal don't always comprise a chunk of their income. Maybe just a slice of it, but obviously not significant enough for them to keep on covering for her. They can't always cover for her. Oceana's song, she is the definition of entitlement. Yes, I agree. This cannot always happen for long. There are far better channels out there that generate far more income than Chantal ever will. Yeah, yeah, in the past, maybe that was last year. Nicocado Avocado got demonetized, but that demonetization did not last long because he's really pulling in the income. He has his own functioning Patreon. He has his own functioning side businesses. Apart from YouTube, of course, because he is also finding ways to avoid the 30% cut that YouTube have always felt that they deserved. Meanwhile, here we are with Chantal. Not that I wish her channel dead, but well, she herself can do it on her own. We're witnessing a slow death or a slow road to the channel's death simply because of actions that Chantal refuses to take accountability for.
and then like to be like and the reason I made that community post like before going home was because I was getting so much backlash immediately after Pete posted his video. I actually was thinking of everybody else making that post to stop worrying people. I thought I was doing something considerate and people are like attacking me for it. Do you see what I mean though? Like I can't do anything right. There's always some kind of
Go ahead, Chantal, keep manipulating your audience and remind them that you never did anything right. One of the few honest things that you have mentioned in this live stream so far.
Hidden shitty motive behind it. Like, I'm not that kind of person. I know I'm not doing everything to help my own situation. I have so much I have to do. I'm so overwhelmed with my own life and woe is me and everything. Like, I have a lot of my own problems I have to deal with. And I'm like barely treading water. I'm barely treading water myself. I just feel like people just expect so much from me and I can't deliver what you're expecting.
Whatever expectations your VIBs have after they've paid their membership fees are based on the promises that you made. Now that you're complaining all along that you have this pressure going on, that people are demanding you of things, then why promise anything in the first place? You keep on having this on the description box. You keep on encouraging everyone to join your VIB membership plan, and then by the time that they've joined in, all they get is toxicity. Like, all they got in return for their money is your toxic behavior. Now that you're complaining about the pressure,
Sorry, I mean, I don't know.
you're not sorry.
Spend one night at home. Well, it's not about that. Yeah, sure, I could physically spend one night at home. It's just why? Like, why? If it's
Why
not something I
indeed?
want to do, like, I'm fucking 37. I know being
That's the point. You just mentioned that you're 37. You're almost 40. And you still refuse to take accountability of the things that you do.
an adult means we have to be uncomfortable and do things we don't want to do sometimes. But with things like what makes my happiness and figuring my life lessons out and everything else, I know a lot of you. Okay, so if this doesn't work out, well, like I said, I've learned my own lesson. This is how I'm living my life. And
Yeah, this is how you're living your life, and you try to make it sound like this is your VIB's responsibility. No, this is your responsibility. Okay, Mood Meow, she's overwhelmed with her whole life because she doesn't understand how to prioritize. Bam! I read the forums about her finances and she's crying because she's broke and looking for a handout. Oh, God. Because usually that's the case. You can always claim that you're busy and have so much on your plate, that have so many things going on in your life. Then prioritize based on deadlines, based on demands from around you, based on things that people expect you to do. Then Oceana's song, I can't believe she doesn't understand why she should stay at home with Peetz. Of course, she doesn't understand anything that does not concern her, anything that does not revolve around her is not her concern. I mean, this is a woman who thinks that she's the center of the universe. Maybe she's way rounder than the sun, but yeah, she really thinks that she's the center of the universe and she feels entitled to all that attention that she is getting. Unfortunately, not the case here because obligations. You have an obligation to your audience based on what you promised them. They paid you money. It's time for you to do your part in the obligation, and you're not doing it. This is why you can't keep a job. You don't expect to be paid for this self employed gig that you have and not deliver the goods. In fact, you're not delivering the goods. In fact, it's as if you are charging your audience money to watch you self destruct. Like, is this what they paid up for? No wonder no wonder I can't help but agree with other people that consider this as a prolonged snuff film. Because yeah, you might as well admit to the audience that some of your remaining VIBs are just waiting for you to fall, to drop dead. Of course, they will not witness that unless they are paying on a monthly basis the membership fee. Who needs the dark web when you have Chantal Marie on YouTube?
I don't deserve to be attacked for it every fucking chance you guys get. So I did a vlog for the Christmas lights with Peetz. You'll hear him
Mm,
laughing. I know that doesn't mean you're not depressed, but at least I was hoping to lift his spirits somewhat and reassure him like he's not alone. Like I'm here, like my ringer's on, anything, like I check in on him like all the time. So I mean, I don't know. Like
I
I
don't
know I
know.
sound
I
like a
don't
heartless
know.
person, but I'm
You
really
are.
I don't mean it that way. Like I just
Well, you are.
I don't know. Like I'm really not well myself. It's just a lot.
How many
I'm
times?
not in any mental state to go live with friggin' on his channel. I don't think I'm gonna do it anymore, actually.
Then what do you call this? Isn't this a live? This is a live that was captured by Kenzie Christians. And now you're telling us that you are not in any capacity to go live? What the hell is this shit then? And you're driving. This is also one of the reasons why the cops are already on your ass. Because somebody already docked your plate number on Twitter. Because, people of Ottawa, tax paying members of the society, I suppose, they will not be they cannot complain about your distracted driving if they don't have a license number to submit to them. You know, you're too self-absorbed to even realize that.
On his channel. And like friggin' Chili Gypsy or whatever, you're a moron. You're a fucking moron.
Yes, you're so effing jealous of Chilean Gypsy because she knows how to put you in your place. And Nader tolerates that behavior. You're so insecure that Nader is tolerating some member, I suppose. I'm not sure. I haven't watched Nader El Shami again to check if Chilean Gypsy is a member. Um, Nader's members on his channel are called Friends with Benefits. We have enough foreshadowing to go by with that kind of name. And yeah, you can go ahead. You can go lash at Chilean Gypsy for all you want. Nader will keep defending her because she's a paying member, I suppose. Nader likes Chilean Gypsy. Yeah, Nader likes Chilean Gypsy. She sends the super chats. And Nader likes money. What about you, Chantal? What have you done for Nader lately? Apart from all of these expenses, what else have you done for him? You block members and you don't care. If you want to block paying members on your channel, do it on your own channel. Nader will not let you do that on his channel because it's still his money after all. You know? Milled me out. Chantal came up with the name Friends with Benefits. It reeks of her. Wow. I didn't know that. I did not know that. Thanks for the information, Mood Meow. That was. Man, that's really something else. Man, 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 man. It really gives you an idea what kind of relationship this is.
Like you
Well,
super chat $50, you look thirsty and desperate. Why don't you just join his stupid membership so you can I don't know, it's like
stupid and thirsty. Are you describing yourself? Looks like you're describing yourself, Chantal. And how come you know that she's not a member? This is why people keep speculating that you have control over Nader's account. Because you even have an idea who the members are. Mood meow. I noticed in one of his recent lives where they were together, he yelled at her for blocking people and then she got mad. Yeah. Um I think there were two live streams that happened. I remember that one live stream because that's the live stream where Nader yelled at Chantal, shut up and leave. Because Nader keeps or rather Chantal keeps blocking members, whether they send super chats or not, whether they became members or not. She doesn't care. I mean, she doesn't care if it happens on her own channel. What more if it happens in another channel? It's not her income to lose. She doesn't care about a lot of these things. Next thing you realize, she has a live stream that has more than 2 hours talking about how she hated everyone else. Yeah, she hated everyone else. You will not be motivated this much to live stream if you have actual friends to unload your frustrations with. Well, we're not counting Nader and Peetz here. You wanted to unload all of your frustrations in life, you will do a live stream. You're trauma dumping on your own members. And then you are startled why a lot of these members have made true on their promise to cancel. And you also mentioned in that live stream about last late night soup snack, you asked your own members that how many of them canceled and are going to renew anyway. Bad news for you, Chantal. Some of them know how to disable the auto renew feature when it comes to renewing for memberships. You are too damn high to even realize how some of your VIBs have learned to think for themselves, whether you block them or not.
Really dumb. Like I'm not gonna be nice to these people anymore. I can't be nice to these people on his
You
live stream,
are never nice.
so I'm not gonna be on his live stream anymore because I'll end up fucking losing it. I don't I don't know where people come off thinking I'm a bitch either. Like, am I a bitch for no reason? People like honestly, I come on here.
Exhibit A.
The same people calling me a bitch are the people who come on here constantly saying, "You're a bad cat owner. You're a piece of shit.
You are.
Bad friend."
You are.
So F off. I'm gonna be a bitch to you. If I lose all my audience because of something like this, like I don't know, people make me feel like I've done something so horrible.
You keep saying I don't know, even if you know that your income will be on the line. This is your only source of income. Your only source of income, unless you're still in contact with Karate Joe and he's still sending you money for whatever. I mean, you have admitted in the past that you've done some modeling yourself, some BBW stuff that gets you paid outside of the YouTube system. On whether or not Karate Joe is one of those paying patrons for your raunchy material. So many possibilities that can be born from that, but of course we can't confirm that now if Karate Joe is already doxxed, and we're not even sure if he's still showing up in your streams under a different username because your VIBs change their usernames more often than you take a bath. Mood meow. She's so delusional. Oh yes, the delusion is real.
And I really, I'm just like in love with somebody. Really, that's essentially what it is.
That's not love.
I don't care. I'm going to stroke my ego and pat myself on the back for actually kicking a pretty bad developing addiction.
Sure, pat yourself on the back. Make sure you hit the boil right on the money.
And sure, people don't believe it, but I don't care. I know in
Oh,
my
you do care.
heart and what I actually do.
You
Those people
definitely
don't.
care.
I haven't even processed like my grandmother's death. Even Timbit, I haven't really
Oh, now you're using Timbit and your grandmother as deflection tools again. That's very heartless of you.
processed that. Maybe that's why like being around Pete's after that happened was just so depressing. And
What do you know about depression?
I just don't think I just couldn't do it.
No.
And I mean, I came on ranting and raving, but I did tell Pete's I want to help him. He needs a family doctor. He needs to be on like disability for mental health. Number one, there's no. He needs to. He
He already told you before that he got rejected for disability. He did not say why. And I don't know if I have the time to look back on any of those live streams, whether it's your live stream or his live stream. It was already mentioned in one of those live streams that he got rejected. And that rejection is the reason why you had to suggest to him that he better have his own YouTube channel as well. So he would have his own source of income while waiting for a real job. I know it's quite ironic that I'm saying that being on YouTube is not a real job, because if you have a day job and then you end up earning income on the side using YouTube, then good on you. Meanwhile, we have Chantal here whose entire livelihood is dependent on YouTube. And she can't even do it right. You can't even count on her to do the bare minimum. Like, what the hell have you done for your members lately?
I'm sorry, but that
Well,
so
you're not
I need to help him
sorry.
with that process. I need to help him, and I want to help him with things. It's not like I don't, and I don't begrudge it. I don't think he's a burden. Burden is not the right word.
It is the right word. We've been watching you long enough to know how a lot of your choice of words are actually opposites of what you actually feel. You've referred to Pete's one time as your ball and chain. Of course, you will use the word burden.
Okay, burden is not the right word. Anything right now is burden. Anything. Brooke,
Mm,
you need to like get out of here. Blocked. If Pete's himself, it's on me. You can kiss my ass. I'm not saying I'm always an amazing friend, but I don't think I'm a horrible friend.
why are you so obsessed with making your audience kiss your ass? It's like you wanted to feed your boils to your public? No, thank you.
I feel so bad for Pete's. I do. And whatever I can do, I will.
You are a bad actress. I feel so bad for Pete's right now. Anyone can act that way. And you're not convincing enough, Chantal. Not at all.
But like I find it
God,
just
I'm
so unfair for
tired.
people to come on here and blame me for his fucking mental illness. It's
Yes,
just it's
it's your
it's
fault.
just wrong. Yeah, he does no name chips. Actually.
Duh.
Where did all the super chats come from? If you sent super chats, I told you to send to my PayPal, not super chats. He doesn't need me financially anymore, prostitute. He has his own money. Doesn't need me financially. I know you guys think that I'm just unlovable. I'm fat. Excuse me. I'm still fucking hot. Yeah, he knows the crisis hotlines. He
Why
has
do you
all the
always
numbers.
insist that you're still effing hot? Why? Your ego is that horrible that every time people call you fat, yeah, I'm still this, I'm still this, I'm still this. Yeah, I'm fat, but I'm still this and this and this. That doesn't make you any less fat. That doesn't make you a less horrible person. I
He,
apologize if I sound tired.
I offered to take him. I said, if you want me to go to the hospital with you, I will. I mean, I have very, very bad depression too. Very, very bad. And I'm in a dark place a lot too. Hope you see the big picture. I do see the big picture. I do. I can't be there 24/7. So if it were you, he would stay with you. But he's not with somebody. Make him his favorite dinner. Yeah, I'm not saying I'm going to abandon Pete's and the cats and just leave them there. That's not what I'm trying to do. It's not that he has a problem with it. It's just why. Like, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I don't love.
You know what? Every time you say I don't know, it you just admitted that you don't have any idea how to explain things anymore. You would rather say I don't know than understand what is going on. It's a lot easier for you to say, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. You have them in front of you. You can know. You just refuse to know because that involves thinking on your part. Actually, we are starting to believe you've lost the capability to think. Like, what have we been taking again? How badly did these drugs damage your brain that you only have two brain cells left? And that's a speculation. We don't know if the remaining brain cells left in your head are still functioning at this point because you you keep saying I don't know. You can know. You can uncover for yourself. You're just too lazy to do so. This is why you're fat. And yeah, you are fat. Doesn't matter if you're really pretty because you only had the courage to say you're pretty because you're using a phone that has slimming features. It has features that make you look like you don't have rosacea, you don't have blackheads, you don't have these extra flabs of fat, and then you have the nerve to say that you're pretty.
I mean, like, you guys act like I love it, or like,
Oh yeah, mood meow, she still equates unlovable being fat. Sounds like someone may have said that to her. Um, have you seen the live stream where Nader said that no one else would love Chantal but him? Or at least he tries to make it sound like, yeah, Nader is one of the few people that has been doing what he can to be Chantal's friend. Not he did not use the word love. He if he ever used the word love, he would say, yeah, no one loves you. No one ever take you. It's manipulative language. The kind of manipulative language that we are familiar with because we've been watching Chantal for some time. And it's the same language that he's using on Chantal as well. He knew how bad Chantal's self esteem is. Yeah, sure. In these live streams, she comes across as this narcissistic, self absorbed bitch. Bitch. Self absorbed bitch. But in the presence of Nader, everything is down. Everything's gone. Like put Nader in that car and Chantal's narcissism is gone. She will stop referring to him as her boyfriend. She will stop having these rage streams because this is the kind of relationship we're in. It seems as if Chantal is angry, Nader will get angrier, and that would scare the crap out of Chantal. We know, Chantal craps her pants almost regularly, but crapping because she's too damn scared of Nader, that's always a possibility. Which is why some people have viewed Nader as the necessary evil, the only person that can put Chantal in her place. Because all Nader had to do is raise his voice on her, and then she'd cower in fear. That's how much she is of a coward.
like I had control over that.
No,
I don't think like being like, hey, don't say that would go over too well.
no.
Still be real. I think part of Peetz's depression is losing the connection he thought he had with you as a friend. This won't help. Yeah, probably, Crystal. Because before, all we had was each other. I have so much, like, I just feel like I feel selfish and self absorbed, but I feel like I don't know how any other way to act right now. Because I can't, like, give. I'm just, like, spread thin everywhere. I'm doing what I can, like, for everybody. Like, do you know what I mean? I don't know.
No,
Yes,
we don't know what you mean. Here's the thing, you've spread yourself too thin because you would rather pay Nader's rent. So you're paying the rent at the luxury villa, you're paying at the rent at the trap house. You would rather accept that arrangement rather than walk away from this relationship with Nader. You'd rather walk away. or you'd rather accept that arrangement than walk away and regain your self respect, if ever you had any in the beginning. You are a self destructive person. Has it dawned upon you that Peetz might be partially blaming himself for what happened to you? If you're capable of self reflection, that will get you thinking.
I realize that somebody queefed. I realize that. So, what do you want me to do? Break up with him and go and spend 24/7 again with Pete's and the cats? That's what you want me to do, but that's not what I want to do. And you want me to sleep there and everything, and I don't want to. Like, I sleep somewhere else now. It's not about what you want, it's about what I want.
Yeah, but your members are paying for the lifestyle that you want, and in effect, indirectly paying for the lifestyle that Nader wants. How many new appliances did he have again? How many TVs have been taken to the trap house? How many trips have you done to Adonis just so that you can buy all the ingredients that Nader wanted to cook for his dishes? You can you can keep saying that this is what you want, but you're not earning your keep. You are getting the money not because you have offered value to your audience. You made your audience believe that they will get their money's worth in giving them to you as membership fee, in the belief that they will be getting quality content in return, exclusive to members to an extent. And what the hell are you doing? The only thing that's been exclusive to the members is the chat box. Everyone can still watch your live streams. Everyone can still access your live streams. Maybe they cannot comment immediately on that, but some of them get to send super chats. Remember that one time that the Punisher sent you a super chat just to get his point across? That he did not renew his membership with you? That he's staying out of this hellhole that you call as your channel? He made it clear he will not return, no matter how many thirsty bitches are there in the chat box waiting for his return. No. He's had he's had his share of crap. He's fed up with this. And we're just waiting. Who else would be fed up with this? Because I can't help but notice, but the people that you keep blocking, the ones that keep coming back, the other ones who left on their own volition, that you may or may not have blocked, they did not return. And that's all on you.
I can't do anything else. Like, I feel like, yes, my situation partly is a reason for more depression, but I can't change it because I'm doing what I want to do right now in my heart. All I can offer right now is what I'm doing. I mean, I'm there. I'm a phone call. If I'm going to go there every day, JJ, go home to Pete's and your cats. Bye, JJ. Locked. Be a decent person because I'm not going home to my cats right now.
You were never a decent
Kiss my
person.
ass. Okay, I gotta go. I'm like on a friggin' tangent here. Everything that's pissing me off is coming out. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna see Peetz tomorrow. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
Oh, God, why? Okay, so here. Oh, too bad it got a little covered by some of these tabs. Okay. If you or someone you know is in crisis, there's help available. On Canada, it's 1-833-456-4566 or text 45645. In the US, I think I have to check the description box for that. Okay. Oh, there's a website, Crisis Services Canada. The English version of the site is shown here because we all know that Canada um, is either English or French. And then the United States number is 1-800-273-8255. And then there's another link here. that I point my cursor at. And then, of course, list of international resources. I should have included some resources I have here from the Philippines, except that I have more I have more audiences from the US and Canada, so perhaps that would help. Of course, she has a Cash App, Kenzie Christians. I don't have a Cash App yet, but I might try one time. Of course, copyright disclaimer. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Okay, so here, we're finally at the end of the video. Yeah, Mood Meow, she still equates unlovable with being fat. Here's the thing, there are people who are fat and still end up being loved simply because, well, they have attitudes that are so nice that makes people forget that they're fat, or things that really bring out the best in them. They just happen to be fat, but they're nice people. That's how I view it. Okay, final thoughts now that we're finally at the end of this live stream. I really appreciate everyone coming over here. Maybe not as many as the previous ones that or the previous live streams that I've had. We're in the middle of the week, so I'm not so surprised if I don't have as many viewers now as the other days. On the other hand, um, to be blunt about it, there are some things that Peetz can be responsible for himself. Unfortunately, that person that could have been pushing him to do better has given up on him. That's Chantal. Chantal has given up on him, it seems, because she already made her choice. Oh, bye bye, Oceana song. I'm just having my closing thoughts here. And right now, I kind of feel bad that, yeah, I feel bad for Pete's because I've had my depressive episodes as well, and I hate it when other people don't understand me as well. Main difference though, compared to Pete's, I have other people push me to do my best in whatever I do, no matter how depressing things can get. This is the importance of having the right kind of friends. Pete's does not have the right kind of friends. All the more for Chantal, she does not have the right kind of friends that would push her to be the best version of herself. Also, it doesn't help that both Pete's and Chantal have people around them that are not exactly the best people to be around when you're at your worst. So, where do we go from here? Something drastic has to happen first before Chantal realizes that something has to change. That, or she's a hopeless case. I mean, Grams has died. What did that do to Chantal other than find another tool to use as distraction for her bad behavior? I'm not saying that Pete might keep his word and finally really off himself, but if you remember the kind of behavior that Chantal exhibited after Grams died, I'm sorry, I'm the worst case scenario type of person. I'm not exactly an optimistic. I'm not always optimistic. I mean, I will not be having some bouts of depression myself. Bouts, not diagnosed, just bouts of depression myself if I've been an optimistic person. I'm not always an optimistic person. Yeah, mood meow. I agree. I have depression and anxiety, and I have a small group who keep me from harming myself. Yeah, that's the best solution because if you're incapable of attending therapy, if you can't go to therapy, you need to surround yourself with people that would push you to do your best in everything that you do, whatever it may be. And sometimes I consider that far better than antidepressants because I have a friend who was diagnosed bipolar and she was given medication. And I remember that person complaining to me that the only effect these antidepressants ever did to her is to help her fall asleep. Because if you're asleep, you're not thinking that much anymore. You can sleep soundly at night because you're not overthinking. And also, whatever you believe in, please pray for Peetz and Chantal as well. Maybe we're dealing with people who don't believe in God anymore. We don't even know if they have a religion to begin with, apart from themselves. But whatever you believe in, if you believe in a higher power, if you can pray about them. I mean, Chantal, Trisha Pate has found it in her heart to pray about Chantal because maybe it might be the only solution at this point. So if Chantal know, if Trisha Paytas knows how to pray for other people, even if it's just for YouTube content, well, what more for us ordinary mortals, right? So I apologize for sounding a little sleepy now. It's already 11 p.m. here where I am, so I simply have to sleep. And hopefully, this reaction help you alleviate some of that frustration that you have with Pete and Chantal and Nader. If ever you need some, oh, by the way, I'm planning to revamp my own membership program as well, because if I'm changing the perks in my membership program, I might as well do it right. I have a feeling I get to do that by January. I still have a lot of things to do for this month and next month. Occasionally, I would be making time to do some live streams because I miss you. And I hope you miss me too. Thank you very much. Stay safe. Good night. Sweet dreams. Bye bye.